Today's discussion is on plant taxonomy and family Apocynaceae. The Apocynaceae family, it is a cosmopolitan family because the members of this family they occur throughout the world. When the plant is present in every country of the world, such plants they are the cosmopolitan. They are described as cosmopolitan. And the common name of this family is periwinkle family. This family it is also known as periwinkle family. And there are about 180 genera of this family and 1500 species. They are distributed in the world. The most of the plants of this family they are distributed in the tropical regions of the world and very few genera they are distributed in temperate regions of the world. How is the habit and habitat of the plants of family Apocynaceae? Most of the plants are mesophytes. For nerium, what we call it as canher. Canher, it is a nerium indicum. Another plant plumeria, these are the mesophytes. And nerium possesses xerophytic character. Nerium it is a xerophytic plant. Why it is a xerophytic plant? Because of presence of sunken stomata. Sunken stomata occurs in the leaf and leaf possesses thick cuticle. The plant is having long roots. Latex is present in the plant. All these features are the characteristic features of xerophytic plants. All these are the xerophytic features. Hence, the Nerium indicum, it is a xerophytic plant. It is the member of Apocynaceae. Latex, what is latex? Latex, it is a milky secretion which occurs in plant. For example, in Nerium, latex is there. And this is also, presence of latex is also a characteristic feature of xerophytic plants. Several plants of this family, they are herbaceous, herbs. Herbaceous plants means very small plants. Most of the herbs is having green colored stem. They are small in size, branched and small plant they are called herbs. And for example, Catharanthus rojaceus. Its botanical name is Catharanthus rojaceus. Its common name is Sadabahar. Sadabahar plant very common in Aurangabad and everywhere in Marathwada. Some plants of this family they are shrubs. Shrub means what? Shrub means small sized tree. A tree which is small in size. For example, Nerium indicum, Canher. Some are large climbers. Some plants of this family they are very large sized and they mostly grow in the forest and they are having a woody stem. Woody stem and they are the climbers. They take the support of other plant and they climb over other plants, large trees. And it is a climber. Such a large sized climber which are having woody stem, they are called as lianas. Linas, lianas. Next slide. Which type of leaf occurs in the family Apocynaceae? Leaf is simple. Why it is called simple? When the leaf is having only petiole and lamina. What is petiole? Petiole it is the stalk of the leaf. It is called petiole and upper green part of the leaf is called as lamina. When the leaf is having only petiole and lamina, the leaf is described as simple. That means the leaf is simple. To left side, a broad green colored leaf, it is the leaf of Catharanthus rojaceus and it is a simple leaf. And to the right side, it is a leaf of Nerium, it is also a simple leaf. Only there is difference in the shape of the leaf. Even the shape of the leaf plays very important role in identification of the plants. Okay, every plant is having a different shape of leaf. Okay, and the shape of leaf in Nerium, it is a linear, somewhat elongated. That is linear, dark green colors in photograph we have shown. And broad leaf is in Sadabahar, that is Catharanthus rojaceus. It is a lamina is broad and small petiole is there. And the petiole of Nerium is very small in length. Okay. Leaf is exstipulate. The leaf of family Apocynaceae, it is exstipulate. What is the meaning of exstipulate? Stipule means is when a small leafy structure occurs at the base of the petiole. Such leaf is described as petiolate. Base of the petiole, that is called that leafy small structure is known as stipule. When the stipule is absent, such leaf is described as exstipulate. That means stipule is absent in the plants of family Apocynaceae. How is the arrangement of leaf? How the plants are arranged on the stem or branches? The arrangement of leaf is decussate in Catharanthus. Decussate arrangement, or some plants is having opposite arrangement of leaves. And in Thavacia, one more plant of this family, that is Thavacia, the leaves are arranged alternately. Alternate arrangement of leaves is there. Arrangement of leaf means, the scientific word for this is phyllotaxy. Phyllotaxy is alternate in Thavacia. Phyllotaxy is decussate in Catharanthus rosaceus. But in case of Nerium, oraled leaf arrangement is there. Phyllotaxy is oraled. Arrangement of leaf is oraled. Okay. Generally, leaves are thin, but in case of Nerium indicum, the leaf is rough and coriaceous. Rough leaf. It is a leaf of xerophytic plant. It is a thick leaf. Okay. And the fleshy leaves occurs in Adenium. Adenium, one more example of this Apocynaceae family. It is the name of the plant, Adenium, and it is having fleshy leaves. The margin of the leaf is in continuation. See in the figure, leaf of Sadabahar, the margin of leaf is in continuation, soft, and such margin is described as entire margin. Even in Nerium leaf, the margin of leaf is entire. How is the venation of leaf? Leaf venation is reticulate. The reticulate venation, that is net-like venation. What is venation? It is a pipeline of the plant. And venation, when it is a reticulate, that means reticulate venation is the characteristic feature of the dicot plant. It is a dicot plant. Reticulate venation is there. The photo details given here. Broad one leaf to the left side, it is of Catharanthus rosaceus leaf, and the linear shaped leaf to the right side, dark green colored, that is the leaf of Nerium indicum. Next slide. How is the inflorescence? What is inflorescence? The flowering shoot of the plant, it is termed as inflorescence. Inflorescence, cymose type of inflorescence occurs in most of the plants of family Apocynaceae. What is cymose type? Small flowers are situated at the basal region and older at the top of the flowering shoot, top of the flowering branch. Okay, the cyme may be axillary. In case of Alamanda, it is the name of the plant. In that plant, cyme axillary inflorescence occurs. Axillary cyme type of inflorescence occurs. Axillary cyme means the inflorescence, the flowering shoot originated from the axil of the leaf. And in Plumeria, one more plant. In Plumeria, the flowering axis is terminal. At the end of the branches, flowers are developed. And the cyme may be, in case of Alstonia, one more plant of the Apocynaceae family, the head-like inflorescence occurs. It is also known as corymbose cyme. Cyme may be corymbose or head-like in Alstonia. Okay. Inflorescence in Nerium indicum. What type of inflorescence occurs in Nerium indicum? In this case, polychaecial cyme type of inflorescence occurs. Polychaecial type means at the flowering shoot grows and divide into two. Again these two increases in size, again divides into two, like this. They continue their growth. Such type of inflorescence, such type of photos is given here. To the right side, it is the inflorescence of Nerium indicum, and pink color to the left photo, that is the inflorescence of Sadabahar. And solitary type of inflorescence is very common in Sadabahar. and in several plants of Apocynaceae. Next slide. This is the flower of family Apocynaceae. When we say the flower is complete, what is the meaning of complete flower? That means all the floral parts, calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium, all are present in the flower. Such flower is considered as complete flower. And when we call it as a bracteate flower, it is a small, bright, small leafy structure. When it occurs at the base of the pedicel of the flower. What is pedicel? Pedicel is the stalk of the flower. When such a small leafy structure occurs at the base of the stalk of the flower, that structure is known as bract. When the bract is present in the flower, such flower is described as bracteate flower. And the flowers of Apocynaceae family, they are bracteate. Here one word is used, hermaphrodite flower. That means hermaphrodite word is used when the flower consists of androecium as well as gynoecium. What is androecium? These androecium, all stamens together known as androecium. Androecium is the male part of the flower and gynoecium, it is the female part of the flower. Okay. Flower is hypogynous. Hypo means superior. Hypo means upper, superior. Gynous means gynoecium. That means ovary is superior in the flower. Such flower is described as hypogynous flower. Okay. Next word, actinomorphic. Flower is actinomorphic. When we can call it as actinomorphic flower? When the flower, if you divide the flower into two symmetrical parts can be divided, are formed. Such flower which can divide into two equal parts, that is considered as actinomorphic flower. And flower is pentamerous. Penta means 5. 5 petals are there. Tetra means 4, tri means 3, di means 2, like this. Mono means 1, penta means 5. 5 pentamerous flower, 5 petals are there. Okay. One more plant of Apocynaceae, that is Epigynum. Name of the plant is Epigynum. In this case, the flowers are epigynous. Flowers are epigynous. What is the meaning of epigynous? That means the hypanthium is fused to gynoecium and the free parts of the sepals, petals and stamens appear to be attached to the top of the gynoecium. If such condition is there in the flower and such condition occurs in the flower, epigynum, flower of epigynum. Epigynum, it is the name of the plant, and such flower it is described as epigynous flower. Next slide. This is a calyx, and calyx is the first whorl of the flower and all the sepals together known as calyx. In Apocynaceae, calyx consists of 5 sepals. Sepal is a unit of calyx, and these 5 sepals, they are united. They are fused to each other. The united sepals, that is described as gamosepalous. The calyx is having when the calyx is having united sepals, it is described as gamosepalous. And aestivation is volvate. When the petal sepals are united, what is aestivation? Aestivation means arrangement of the sepals in the flower. Arrangement of the sepals in the flower, in most of the plant, volvate aestivation is there because the sepals are united. The sepals are associated, arranged in front, they are attached to each other. Therefore, the aestivation is volvate, and in some plant the aestivation is quincuncial. And the following photograph, it is the calyx of nerium. It is large size photo to the left side. It is the calyx of nerium, and to the right side, small dark green colored calyx. It is the calyx of Catharanthus rosaceus, which is called commonly known as Sadabahar plant. Okay, next slide. This is a corolla. What is corolla? Corolla is the attractive part of the flower. It occurs in many colors in different types of flowers. It is a second whorl of the flower. Corolla consists of petals. All the petals together known as corolla. Okay. How many petals occur in the plants of family Apocynaceae? Petals are 5. There are 5 petals are there. And the petals are united. The petals are united at the basal region and free at the top. Petals united. If the petals are united, that such petals are described as gamopetalous. Gamo means fused. Gamo means united. Petals, petals. Petals means petals. Gamopetalous. Petals are united. This is the meaning. Okay. Petals united at the base and free at the top. This is very important. And for example, see this in Catharanthus rosaceus, which is called Sadabahar. In this case, the lower part of the petals, they are fused and form a long tube, and at the top all the petals are free. Half of the region of the petal is united, it is fused, and upper half of the less than half of the petal part is free, and there are 5 petals in the Catharanthus rosaceus. Such a type of corolla occurs in Sadabahar. To the right side photo I had given these 5 petals. And such type of corolla which is fused to the lower side and free to the upper side, that form of corolla, it is described as hypocrateriform type of corolla. It occurs in Sadabahar, it occurs in Catharanthus rosaceus. It is the botanical name of Sadabahar. Okay. In Nerium indicum, Kanhed, corolla is funnel shaped. Funnel of chemistry laboratory. Funnel shaped corolla occurs in that. One more plant, Aganosma, it is the name of the plant of family Apocynaceae. The corolla is bell shaped. Bell shaped corolla occurs in that. And aestivation is twisted. What is aestivation? Arrangement of petals in the flower. That is called aestivation. How is the aestivation? Aestivation is twisted. Twisted aestivation means what? Twisted aestivation means each petal is having 2 edges. One edge is outside to the adjacent edge and another edge is inside to the adjacent petal. In this way, all the petals, one edge is outside, one edge is inside, like that they are organized in this way. We have seen in the bud stage of the Sadabahar plant, bud stage of the flower in Sadabahar, twisted aestivation is very clear. Such type of arrangement of petals is termed as twisted aestivation. Aestivation is twisted. But in several plants of Apocynaceae family, the volute aestivation is also occurs. And a very important one point is here. At the inner side of the corolla of flower of Nerium indicum, as we have shown in this photograph, some appendages, some hair-like growths or appendages are present, and this is the presence of such appendages inside the corolla. This is the characteristic feature of the plant Nerium indicum, and such characteristic even the minute characteristic also plays very important role in the identification of the plant. Next slide, androecium. Androecium, it is the male part of the flower. It is the third oral of the flower. It has considered like that. It is the third oral, and it consists of stamens. All the stamens together known as androecium. Androecium, in that stamens are 5. Stamens are epipetalous. Why it is called epipetalous? Because when the stamens are fused with the petals, such stamens are described as epipetalous stamens. And these stamens are inserted at the throat of the corolla tube, and stamens are situated, very important point, these stamens are situated alternate to the petals. Okay. And what is stamen? Stamen is having a long stalk-like structure which is known as filament. At the top of the filament, anther is placed. Okay. Anther is 2-lobed. Okay. Anther lobes are linear, and all these stamens upper side, if they are free, they are called polyandrous. Okay. And stamens are free at the top region. Here anther lobes contain pollen grains. It is a very important point. Pollen grains are formed inside the anther. But anther lobes contain full of pollen grains or lower part may be empty. This is the characteristic feature again. And dehiscence of anther is longitudinal. Dehiscence means what? After formation, after complete development of pollen grains, after complete maturity of pollen grain inside the anther lobe get split open to release the pollen grains. The split open or breaking of the anther, that is called dehiscence. In taxonomic language it is the term is used, dehiscence of the anther. And when it occurs by formation of longitudinal slit, then the dehiscence is longitudinal. Okay, longitudinal dehiscence occurs in the anther of several plants of the Apocynaceae family. Okay, anthers are intrors. When the anther lobe face of the anther lobe is towards the central point or central region of the flower, such anther is intrors, facing inward. Okay, pollen grains are free or they are united in tetrads. What is tetrad? Pollen grains, pollen tetrad means group of 4 pollen grains. Tetra means 4. Such pollen tetrads are also formed in the anther. Example is, in which plant the pollen tetrads are formed? Example is Condylocarpus. Okay, and this photograph it is given, these are the stamens of Nerium indicum kanher, which is commonly known as kanher. It is a very common plant in Marathwada. Next heading, gynoecium. Gynoecium, it is the female part of the flower. Gynoecium consists of ovary, style and stigma. Ovary is superior. Superior ovary means all the floral part, that is calyx, corolla and stamens, they are originated from the base of the ovary. Therefore, it is the superior ovary. In case of plumeria, it is the name of the plant, plumeria, ovary is semi-inferior. And at the base of the ovary, there is a nectar secreting gland is there. Nectar is present in the glands. Nectar secreting gland, presence of nectar secreting gland, it is also one of the character distinguishing feature of the plants. Generally, the ovaries are 2 in number, distinctly separate with common style and stigma. Example, Sadabahar. Ovary unicarpellate. In the ovary, carpel is 1. If carpel is 1, it is also described as monocarpel, monocarpellary ovary. Okay, locules are 1. Only one locule is there, unilocular. Ovules are many. Unilocular ovary with many ovules, numerous ovules. We have to describe like this. Okay. In some plants of this family, carpels are 2. When the carpels are 2, we can say bicarpellary ovary. And the carpels are completely fused. If the carpels are fused, it is described in taxonomic language that syncarpous ovary. Syncarpous. Okay. And locule is 1 in many plants. Locule is 1, unilocular. And parietal placentation is there. Placentation, attachment of the ovules to the ovary wall means placentation. And in this case, parietal placentation is there. Example, name of the plant. Example, Chilocarpus. It is the name of the plant in which all these characteristics are present. In Carissa plant, Carissa, it is very common in West Maharashtra. And it is a wild plant, and recently this is cultivated for its fruits. Carissa, Karvanda. Ovary is bilocular, 2 locules are there. Axial placentation, ovules are attached to the central axis of the ovary and ovary wall, that is called axial placentation. And in Carissa, ovules are few, too many in each carpel. Style is very simple, but the stigma is very large, head-like and or disc-like structure. Next heading. Pollination means transfer of pollen grain from one flower to another. Pollination. The Apocynaceae plants are produces very many colored, different, large sized, attractive flowers which attracts the insects. And nectar secreting glands are present at the base of the ovary. All these characteristics are very important to attract the insect, and for nectar, insects visit the flower and pollination is effected. Next slide, fruit. In Rolfia, it is one of the plant of this family. Rolfia, the fruit is a pair of drupes. It develops from sub-Apocarpus gynoecium. In Carissa, gynoecium is completely syncarpous. Fruit is a berry. In Alstonia, it is a name of plant and fruit is follicle. Seeds are compressed wing-like structure occurs on the seed in Alstonia, or sometimes some plants hair-like growth occurs on the seed, and fruit of Sadabahar, it is a pair of follicles. Next slide. These are the plants of family Apocynaceae. Alstonia scolaris, commonly known as Satwin, common name is Satwin, and Carissa carendas, this is Carvundas, is the common name. And common name or local name of every plant is different in different state, different languages, but the scientific name is only one for any plant throughout the world. Thank you very much. Save trees, save earth.